SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Happy Friday, scientists. How are you? Ooh, wow. A lot of you are really excited to learn about penguins. I am too. I have a lot of research to share with you. But first, I would like to know what you already know about penguins. So, what do you already know about penguins? Oh, cool. I knew that too. I heard somebody say that penguins are the only birds that can't fly. How many other scientists knew that? Wow, that's quite a few of you. Some of you also mentioned that penguins live in the snow. Lots of our scientists have quite a bit of knowledge about penguins. Well, let's continue our learning together. I have to go grab my globe to help me explain some things. So let me go ahead and grab that and see a map of the whole world. And we're back on Earth. So let's find San Francisco. Oh, right here. Oh, we look so small every time. But anyways, I learned that penguins live on every continent that is south of the equator. And for those that don't know, the equator is the middle part of the Earth that gets the most sunlight, which means it's the hottest part of Earth. Let's find the equator together. So it's in the middle, and luckily this globe shows us really easily. All this along the middle is the equator. So I found it right in the middle, like I had learned. Now, we have to look at all the continents south of this, and this will tell us where penguins live. So let's check them out. I'm going to flip it over, scientists, so it's a little easier for me to read. So we have Antarctica. Let me see. Above Africa, which is a continent. Madagascar is not. South America. Ooh, New Zealand and Australia. And parts of Asia, but not very much. So Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand, Africa, and South America. Those are all continents that can have penguins. Wow, so many places for penguins to live. And you know what I realized? Some of these places aren't really known for being cold or snowy. I feel like I read something about that. Oh, yes, most penguins, live in colder climates that snow, but some are able to live on islands, some of which are on the equator. What's important though is that they always live around the ocean. They spend most of their time in the water and they're wonderful divers and swimmers. They're actually faster underwater than they are on land. They live in areas with a lot of aquatic animals like fish, whales, krill, and squid. How lucky, penguins always get to live on the beach. Did you know any of these things before? Oh, some of you knew that they spent a lot of time in the water. That's awesome knowledge to have. You know, they're not amphibians though. Even though they live on land, they're not really terrestrial animals. They're birds and aquatic animals. The name for that is a marine bird. But again, they don't fly. What else did I learn? Oh, I came across a word you may or may not know. Have you heard of the word carnivore? Oh, some haven't. Well, a carnivore is a living thing that only eats meat and does not eat any plants, including fruits and vegetables. It turns out that penguins are carnivores. They enjoy eating krill, fish, and squid. I just made some connections. So penguins can swim and live near oceans. The oceans near them always have fish, krill, whales, and squid. 3 of those aquatic animals are in the penguins' diets. So that's where they get their food. They swim in the ocean to get their food. I'm sure it helps that they're really fast swimmers. That was useful. I should remember more of the things that I read. I think it's helping. The oceans, they remind me of salt water. Ah, yes. As many of you might know, us humans cannot drink water from the ocean. It makes us sick and doesn't hydrate us. Penguins have this special organ in their body that filters out the salt in salt water and makes it drinkable. They can drink from melted snow, little puddles of ocean water, or other sources and make it safe with their own bodies. They also get water from the food that they eat. Científicos, now do you understand why the penguins spend so much time in the water? Me too. They get their food and their water from there. It seems like their habitat, the ocean, and the bit of land meets their needs. I would really like to remember this learning. Let's write that down. Let's write down what we've learned about penguins and their habitats. You can take out your science notebook to write notes with me. I'm gonna write penguins eat fish, krill, and squid. Penguins, like this guy. Penguins eat fish, krill, and squid, not whales. I hope you were able to keep up with me. Next, let's answer our question about water. We can say they can filter the salt out of the ocean's water. I'm gonna use blue. They can filter salt out of ocean water, which we cannot do. Awesome. Should we write a sentence about their habitat? I think so too. How about we write, the ocean provides penguins with food and water? All right. What color am I gonna use? Purple. The ocean, oops, I made a mistake. I'm gonna turn that into an A. The ocean provides them with food and water. Period. My. We learned quite a bit today. What was something new that you learned about penguins? Oh, cool. I didn't know that they could also live in warmer places. Well, I really appreciated learning and making connections with you. I can't wait to see you again next week so we can learn even more. Nos vemos, pingüinos.
Psst. Hi everyone, Mr. Mansfield from the future here. When I recorded this song, the whales were going south to give birth. But now, in present day, the whales are traveling back north with their babies. This happens every year, so it's a perfect song to listen to at any point of the year. But I wanted to clear that up. All right, take it away, old Mr. Mansfield. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Mansfield, and today we're going to sing about animal migrations. A migration is the seasonal movement of animals from one area to another. Many different types of animals make migrations each year. Butterflies, fish, birds, and today's topic, whales. Lots of people go whale watching at the beach this time of year, trying to spot the gray whales as they migrate south. Before we sing, I have to teach you a couple new words. Can you say cetacean? Cetaceans are the order of animals that whales and dolphins belong to. Also, can you say pod? A pod is a group of whales living all together. All right, I think we're ready to sing. At the beach you're nicely stationed to make an observation. A parade of big cetaceans make their annual migration. Wow, that's a lot of rhymes. Can you help me sing that? Here we go. At the beach you're nicely stationed to make an observation. A parade of big cetaceans make their annual migration. Join me for quite a tale of the journey of a whale. These gray whales swim right past our beach. Watch closely and you'll see them breach. From Alaska down to Mexico, these whales have got a ways to go. They like going where it's hot to add some babies to their pod. At the beach you're nicely stationed to make an observation. A parade of big cetaceans make their annual migration. Watch and give a shout every time you see a spout. First the spray, then back, then tail, and you found yourself a whale. Might surprise you all to learn that these whales will return. Now you'll know the reason when you see 'em swim back next season. At the beach you're nicely stationed to make an observation. A parade of big cetaceans make their annual migration. That was fun. Thank you so much for helping me sing about these cetaceans, the migrating gray whales. I hope you get a chance to go out to the beach and use your scientist senses to scan the water for whales. But if you don't, no worries. They'll swim back this way in a few months. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, goodbye everyone!
Good morning. My name is Ana Ornelas and I am a second grade teacher at Marshall Elementary in the Mission District here in San Francisco. And today I'm going to do a read aloud with you about how to read a story. Maybe we've never even thought that there are certain steps that we can take to start reading, but there are. And today we're going to learn about that. So today the book we're reading is How to Read a Story by Kate Messner, illustrated by Mark Siegel, with permissions from Chronicle Books. How to read a story. Step 1. Find a story, a good one. It can have princesses and castles if you'd like that sort of thing, or witches and trolls, as long as they're not too scary. Step 2. Find a reading buddy, a good one. A buddy can be older or younger, or a person your age, or maybe not a person at all. Make sure your reading buddy is nice and snuggly, and make sure you both like the book. If you don't agree, go back to step 1. Sometimes it takes a few tries to find just the right book. Step 3. Find a cozy reading spot. Outside is fun, but not if it's very cold. Unless you have thick woolen blankets and hats and scarves and cups of some steaming hot cocoa. And not if it's very hot. Unless you have trees to shade you from the sun, a hammock to catch cool breezes, and tall glasses of icy lemonade. That's where I want to be. Inside is good. Couches are cozy. So are chairs big enough for 2. Just be careful not to get stuck. Oh no, they look stuck. Step 4. Look at the book's cover. Can you guess what it's about? Read the title. That might be a clue. The princess, the dragon, and the robot. What do you think the book's going to be about? Step 5. Open the book. This is the exciting part. Once upon a time. Read the story in a loud, clear voice. Not too slow and not too fast. You can point to the words if you like, but you don't have to do that. Step 6. When the characters talk, whatever's being said, say it in a voice to match who's talking. I will save the kingdom. I'm the most powerful in all the land. I'm hungry for lunch. Soon the castle will be mine. Beep. Step 7. No matter what you read, hold the book so your buddy can see the pictures. Buddies get impatient when they can't see well. I know I do. Step 8. If there are words you don't know, try sounding them out or looking at the pictures to see what makes sense. They were afraid the dragon would burn down the What do you think that word is? Let's look at the picture. The castle. If you need a break, you can pause for a minute and talk to your reading buddy to predict what might happen next. What do you think will happen next? Will the castle catch on fire? Will the princess tame the dragon? Will the robot marry the princess? Will the horse make friends with the dragon? Will the dragon eat them all for lunch? So many possibilities. Step 9. When you get to the exciting parts, make your voice sound exciting too. Who dares disturb me in my cave? The dragon growled. Oh dear, oh no! The robot was so scared, all his metal parts started to rattle. What will they do? But the princess tackled that dragon and held him down. You must promise you'll leave our kingdom in peace. Ooh. Even the cat looks interested. When you and your buddy can't stand it a second longer, turn the page and read how things work out. Oh, now they have an audience. The dragon promised and decided it was better being friends. And they lived happily ever after. Step 10. When the book is over, the end. What did you think about this book? Yeah, I really loved it, and I read it to my class, and they really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Have a good day.
Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad that every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is well.
Peace everyone, it's Miss Samay from SF Ballet Dance in Schools and Communities program. I hope you all have been taking great care and are ready to get your bodies moving. In honor of Earth Day and National Environmental Education Week, it feels important to bring us back to our connection with the natural elements within and around us. As we've witnessed in the news, climate crisis continues to heighten globally. This is because for many, many years and generations, humans have forgotten how to be in reciprocity with the earth. Reciprocity is mutual dependence. For us, it means that we depend on the earth to thrive, and simultaneously the earth depends on us to thrive. So we need to tend to that relationship in a good way. One way to do this is to recognize and seek knowledge from the original caretakers of the land. For us in San Francisco, this means finding your local Ramaytush Ohlone community members and other First Nations peoples to learn about the true history of the lands we dwell in. Their families and ancestors know this land the best. You might think of them as the first teachers. How beautiful that this wealth of knowledge is available to us. And who knows, you might find connections between the values and traditions of the first peoples of this land with your own cultural heritage. So let's begin with the warm-up. Rooting down and taking a few deep breaths together, feeling your feet planted in the earth. Inhale. Rising to the sky and push it out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing. One more time. Inhale. This time exhaling and reaching to the sky. Beautiful. And shaking it out. And in honor of the stars that illuminate our night sky, we're going to become them. This time I want you to shoot out as a star in a different direction every time. Get really small. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm a star! New direction. 1, 2, 3. I'm a star! Last time. 1, 2, 3. I'm a star! Beautiful. So this idea of reciprocity is really an ongoing exchange. It's the act of giving and receiving. Can you show me giving and receiving? It's giving and receiving and giving and receiving and so on and so forth. You might think of a glass of water. When you drink a glass of water, you're no longer thirsty. But after some time, you'll get thirsty again. And well, if your glass is empty, that's not going to help you one bit, is it? So keeping this glass of water full makes it easier so that when you're thirsty, you have water ready to drink. And because we're humans, this is ongoing, right? We're going to need to drink water every day and throughout our lives to survive and thrive. If we only had a little water or not enough, we would get sick and become dehydrated, right? Have you ever seen a plant that dried up because someone forgot to water it? We don't want to become that. So just like watering a plant, reciprocity is an ongoing practice. It's continuous. When we take from the earth, we must also give back. When we think of how much the earth really nourishes us, it's a pretty simple idea, right? All the food and drink that sustains us comes from the earth. So what would happen if all the trees were chopped down and no one decided to plant seeds intentionally for trees to grow again? We wouldn't have as much oxygen available to us on this earth, period. And what if fresh water sources were cut off? Sure, we have those filters, but what about the plants and animals that also need that fresh water? Can you show me how you embody a practice of reciprocity with the earth and collective care, inclusive of our four-legged, multiple-legged, and winged relatives? How do you give and receive? Show me how you embody living in a good way. Beautiful. Thank you all so much. We just explored how you can use cultural competence and have a growth mindset. May we seek to honor our earth, our bodies, our homes, today and always. I hope you have an incredible weekend ahead. Take care. Till next time.
Welcome musicians! Hola! My name is Mr. Omar and I teach music with the San Francisco Ballet Dance in schools and community programs. Usually I teach in SFUSD schools, but for now I'm teaching from my home and I am so excited to play music with you today. Estoy contento de tocar música con ustedes hoy desde mi casa. Today I am going to teach you how to play on the downbeat and on the upbeat. Hoy les voy a mostrar cómo tocar a tiempo y a contratiempo. How does this work? Well, first we need to practice math. We are counting up to 4. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. ¿Cómo funciona? Primero practicamos matemáticas contando hasta 4. ¿Listos? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to pick up our favorite drum. We just clap exactly at the same moment we're saying the numbers. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ahora tocamos nuestro tambor favorito o solo nuestras palmas, exactamente cuando decimos los números. ¡Vamos! 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Play the beat. Eso es tocar a tiempo. Now, we add the word and in between numbers like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Ahora añadimos la letra I entre números así. 1, I, 2, I, 3, I, 4, I. Now we play just the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Ahora tocamos solo la letra I. 1, I, 2, I, 3, I, 4, I. That's it. Play upbeat. Y eso es tocar a contratiempo. Thank you for making music with me today. I am so glad you could join me as we learn about creativity through music. Gracias por haber asistido a mi clase y haber aprendido con música y creatividad. Enjoy the rest of the program. Disfruten el resto del programa. Bye. Ciao.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly, bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, YES, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair, wave your belly, and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a ti, 欢迎 SFUSD. Everyone come and see SFUSD. Join our family.